Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to use the data migrations in the ASP.NET Core. So how to install it and everything I will show. Okay, first of all you need to install the, if you want to work with the data migrations, you need to install these three packages mandatory. Okay, you can download it either from a Nugget package, otherwise you can install it from the package manager console. Okay, after installing these three, okay, you have to use this scaffold data context. Okay, why we using the db context? Actually we have to install it from the package manager console. Okay, sorry, okay, package manager console. So why I'm using this command? Because when you want to retrieve the data from the db, when you want to make changes or anything, so we have to inherit from the db context. Okay, our class, we have to create one class, so that class should be inherited from this db context. Okay, first of all we will execute this command. Okay, open, this is the, okay, first of all I will clear this. Okay, you can see. Okay, manage package manager console and click on enter. So what will happen, I will have the all models that we have in the database here. Okay, I will have the all models here. Okay, yeah, you can see the all models you are appearing here. It's appearing, you can see that all models that I have in the database, everything I have in my code. Okay, so here the warning is giving the to protect potentially sensitive information that your connection string. Okay, I will show that. You can see, actually we should not keep this directly. We should not initialize the username and password and database server name in this models folder. So that is not the good follow. Okay, good practice. So that is the reason why I remove it from here. So always keep the username and password, everything. Okay, app settings.json. So how to do that I will show. Okay, app setting, yeah, this is app settings.json. In this app settings.json you can see the connection strings should be initialized here. Okay, we should not keep inside the models folder, so that is against the production issues. Okay, so after that, in the startup class, everybody know the startup class is nothing but the entry point of the application. Okay, when you're working with the console application, so the static void main, that is the entry point of the application. Okay, console. So here also the startup class is nothing but the entry point of the application. Okay, in this configuration, this is iService configuration. This is the configuration service is nothing but when you make a request from the browser, so every request it should go through the configuration service. So that is the reason why we have to initialize here in this middleware. Okay, okay, copy and paste over here. Here currently we are using the our database name, database context name is Northwind. It's not Northwind context. Okay, context. Okay, we need references, assemblies. Okay, now it's gone. Here the connection string should be the name of the our what we have initialized in the app settings.json. So in the app settings, so yeah, same name. Okay, now the part has completed. So now until now we have discussed with the how to communicate with the database, and we'll get the all classes, all tables in the code. So that's one part. But if you want to update, if you want to delete the existing database fields, so how to do that I will show you. Okay, first of all, how to migrate a class from here. First of all, I will show how to create a class from the code using the migrations. I'm going to add a class. I'm going to add a new class. So we are calling it as a class, and from the database side it's a table. Okay. Okay, what's that? Test demo. Okay, so in this test demo I'm going to create a fields property. Yeah, this is called the test demo id, and I'm going to create another property is a string. I will give it a name as I will put the name as name. Okay, I want to keep this as a primary key, so I'm going to use this attribute. Okay, so now I have to use the migrations because I want to create a table with the name test demo. Okay, so before that I need to do one thing. Go to the Northwind DB context. So I have to add this to the DB set. Okay, visit our test demo. Okay, we will give it a name as a test demos. Okay, Control Shift B. Okay, again we have to migrate this. So go to the package manager console and use this command. Okay, add migration, and migration is your wish. Okay, your migration name might be anything. So my first migration, click on enter. Yeah, the migration has added. You can see the lot of it's created for the all tables. Actually I don't want these all tables to create in the database already, because already we have all these tables, okay, in the database only. Actually I want to create a one table, that is the table demo. So I will show one shortcut. Okay, copy any one of the table from here, any migrated table here, just copy this. Okay, okay, anyone is easiest one, I will show this. Yeah, okay, I will copy this. Okay, it's very big. Okay, just a minute guys. Yeah, I will take this as an example. Control C, and I'm going to paste over somewhere else. Okay, Control V. Okay, I don't want to, again I don't want to migrate these all tables. Okay, actually I want to migrate only one table, that is the test demo. So I don't need these all tables to migrate into database, because already these are existed. Okay, sorry for this late. Okay, now remove. Now copy this whole thing, Control C and V. Okay, our table name is test demo, and the branch id. Okay, our table, actually we have only two columns. Okay, two fields, so the remaining things, everything we don't need. Okay, remove. So x dot id, it represents only id. Okay, so actually this is another table I copied. Okay, now see. Okay, actually we have two columns, ID and name. Now we will migrate this. Okay, my first migrations. Okay, update database. Okay, now we will check the data is updated or not in our database. Okay, we will refresh this and we will check that table has created new table that we have created from our code first approach. Okay, okay, test demo. You can see two columns. Okay, ID is PK. Okay, this is the new table that we have created from code first approach data migrations. But now if we want to add a new column to existing table, okay, I will show that. For example, yeah, this is a supplier, so I want to add a new column. This table is already existed in the database, so I want to add a new column, a new field. Okay, int supplier. Okay, control shift B. Copy this. Okay, control V. And our column name is test supplier. Okay, our table name just supplier, supplier, supplier. It's nullable, no, false. I want to keep it as a false. Now, so what I'm going to do, again I'm going to go to package manager console and update the database. Okay, we will check the new field has added to the supplier table in my database. Okay, yeah, you can see here is supplier. Yeah, this is a supplier columns. Okay, first we have to refresh this and we will check. Okay, okay, we will refresh the entire DB. Okay, refresh. Now we will check. Supplier. Why it's not updated? What happened? Okay, again update database. Okay, now we will check again suppliers and refresh. Yes, you can see now we got the field. Okay, this is a way we have to update the um, field for the existing table which is in the database. Okay, this is the way data migrations will be we have to do. Okay, thank you so much.